handout, demanding that I pay the money that I work for. At least that's what you say. But what gives you that power? Who died and made you boss? I'm barely getting by today. I can't afford that loss. So if you don't show some legal obligation that I pay, put your hand back in your pocket, turn around and...
Well, hello there. I'm Hartwell Broussard, and I welcome you to HELP, the program with help and a request for help. The reason help is needed is because America is in distress.
Yes.
If you notice in the background, the American flag is displayed upside down. When a flag is displayed upside down, it is done so as a distress signal. If you wish to confirm that, go to the United States Code, Title 36, Chapter 10, Paragraph 176A. My goal is to help you to understand why America is in distress, and hopefully you will do something to help get us out of this dire situation that we're in. Do you know anything about smart meters? Are smart meters smart? Is it smart to have a smart meter? Well, if you do not know, have no fear. Why, Stephanie Skinner is here to help you. Stephanie, help!
Yes, yes, sir. Acadiana, I need you right now. This is a very serious show. There has nothing been more serious to talk about. I need you right now to go grab a pen. I'm going to give you a second. Go grab a piece of paper. Grab your babies. Grab your children. Look at your children. Look at yourself in the mirror. Look at their little hands. While I'm saying this, you need to get a pen. Look at their little hands in the mirror. Look at your teenager's little body that's growing and maturing in the mirror. Look at yourself in the mirror. Think of sick relatives that you've had. Think of people suffering. Think of these things as you get a pen and a piece of paper. This is extremely serious, very serious. I hope you've had enough time to do this. And if you don't have your children with you, Acadiana and all surrounding parishes, what you need to do is you need to imagine your child. Imagine your grandbabies. Close your eyes for a minute and just imagine them playing. Imagine, their little bodies. Imagine. So now I'm going to get to smart meters. And first I'm going to talk about some of the facts in regards to these smart meters. Scientists and experts say that they endanger public health. They endanger public health. They go on to say that it's involuntary because these things are put on our homes. I'm going to get to that in a minute. So it's involuntary. You're not calling and asking for them necessarily. They're being installed. So it's involuntary exposure of millions to billions of human beings. And what they do is they're pulsating. They are pulsating microwave radiation into your home. Into your home. Not just 12 hours a day, not 15 hours a day, 24/7. 24/7. On I shall go. I know you're writing all this down because we're smart, Acadiana. And we love our children. And we love ourselves. And we love our bodies. So on I'll go. These scientists are saying they should be prohibited immediately. Immediately. Not tomorrow, not next week. Immediately. Dr. Ali Johannesson, a PhD in the Department of Neuroscience, Karolinska Institute in Sweden. And Magda Vavis is a PhD professor of environmental and resource study, and he is out of Canada. And they are against these things. This smart grid could require every home to have a wireless electric meter and a gas meter. So every home, gas meter and an electric meter. So you have two forces aiming at your family that scientists say should be gone. It should be gone. Next, scientists who studied the radio frequency radiation from these wireless technologies issued a scientific statement warning that exposures may be harmful to the development of children. May be harmful to the development of children. This needs to be written down, folks. So I need you to write this word down. Seleton, S-E-L-E-T-U-N, scientific statement. And it's a press release. Google this, Acadiana. It can be found. It can be found with just do-do-do-do-do. Your child is so worth it. I'm worth it. Because I like to be healthy. I like to be poison-free. Biohazard-free. On I'll go. Also, the SAGE report, Acadiana. This is another place where you can get some information on these terrible, terrible assault weapons. Now, this SAGE means truth. Truth. SAGE report. They found many instances that wireless meters will violate FCC public safety limits. So, are you kidding me? No, they're not kidding. Acadiana, they're not kidding. So they violate FCC public safety in the manner they are installed and operated. Now, I would like to know from Mr. Terry Uval or any electrical manager or gas company managers, Atmos and all these things, how are they installed and operated? How? I mean, could you, I'll get to that later. On we go. These smart meters operate around the clock. They are attached to the outside of your home. They are attached and they are beaming in on you. And scientists say that they might be between 50 and 160 times worse than all phones. So 50 to 160 times worse than all phones. The cumulative whole body exposure around smart meters is 3 feet to approximately 2 orders of magnitude higher than that of a cell phone. And smart meter risk is 1 to 6 feet. 1 to 6 feet. That's not a lot, folks. That's not a lot. These things are in your house. They're on the side of your house. They're right there. Pathological leak of blood-brain barrier is a symptom. Write down these symptoms because knowledge is power. And we're smart. We're smart, Acadiana. I mean, it's time we take action here and we step up because this is an assault, I feel, a total assault, in my opinion, and a lot of scientists' opinion. So there's the pathological leak of blood-brain barrier. There is neurological symptoms. There are cardiac risks. There are headaches. There are trouble sleeping. There's trouble with tingling in the body. There's trouble with ear ringing tinnitus. Oh, and then the joys go on. They are known to be a sterilant. So if you want to have children, if you want your little baby that you're looking at in that mirror, if you want to have grandbabies one day, these things need to come off our home. I'm sorry, you're not going to play Russian roulette with me and a smart meter. Please don't. Please don't, because I'm special. And so is all of Acadiana. We all are special. It messes with your head. It can cause seizures. We know how our kids are slammed with seizures. And this is just one extra thing. Well, it's just incredible. So these have EMF, electromagnetic frequency. EMF, electromagnetic frequency. It's akin to microwave radiation. Microwave. I mean, imagine sticking your hand in the microwave. I don't know all the intricacies of this. I'm not an engineer, and I'm not all these things, but Acadiana. Doctors are speaking up in droves. And it's our council's responsibility, it's our electricity company's responsibility to come out and tell us these things. I mean, please, I know there's good in all of you who are in charge of these companies. I know that there's good And just come and tell us what's going on. I mean, tell us why you're doing this. Tell us who has your arm. And tell us if it's for monetary gain. It's okay, we'll forgive you, but you've got to step up. I know you can, Council. I know you can, Mayor Durrell. I know you can, Mayor of every little parish around here. It's time we stand for our children. It's way past time that we stand for our children. Okay, I'm going to go on. These things, it needs to come out tomorrow. I'm going to give you the number at the end of this show where we can get out of this. And you have a right to opt out. At least in Lafayette Parish, we do. Because I have the ordinance number. And you need to go to City Hall. And you need to talk. You need to go to your electricity company. You need to go to your gas company. Unfortunately, they're not providing shuttle buses for all of us to get there to opt out. They're not. When on election day, they can take people to the polls. Now, I know there's a lot of elderly. I know there's a lot of handicap. And you have no way of going to protect yourself from these things. Well, I'm going to try and orchestrate a program to where we can bring you to opt out because they need a physical person there at the office, which is totally not fair because when I'm being lambasted with the potential poison, please, provide me a service if I'm not capable of going there to opt out in person. So I'm going to try to come up together with something since our council and our mayor and all the folks aren't providing a way for us to get to the place if you don't have a car to opt out. It's totally unfair because they managed to get us to the polls on election day. Now, on to this. Doctors, where are the electrical companies and the gas companies? Come out, bring the doctors out. If these things are okay, if you say just a little's okay for us, because you're going to call and you're going to fuss at them kindly because we're respectful people at Acadiana. We're very, very nice. There's no calling and cursing these people. No, because they're wonderful people. It's just something's wrong. Something's going wrong along the way. But we just call them kindly, and we voice our opinion on this thing. And you ask, please, can I opt out? Can you please maybe send somebody or just ask questions? And where are the doctors? So all you leaders of the electrical company and the gas companies and these things, show us the doctors. And also, when you have these things installed on your home, where's the insert? Because when you get a bottle of medicine, you look at the back of the bottle of the medicine before you give it to that child. There's warning signs, folks, on plastic bags. Keep this plastic bag away from toddlers. That is the dumbest thing in the entire world. Yet they have poison. Radioactive frequencies, and they're going to say, oh, it's just a little. I'm sorry, I don't want a little. I'm not worthy of a little radiation. I'm not, no, I deserve more than that because I'm God's. And God doesn't want that for our bodies. God, sees our bodies as temples. And so, where's the insert? Where are the potential side effects? There's side effects on a Snickers bar. There's side effects on a plastic bag. There's side effects on the back of the medicine bottle. Mothers don't just take medicine and give it to their kids. When they come and put the smart meters on, that's what's happening, but it's not your fault, Acadiana, because they haven't been upfront with us. There is no insert. There is no warning. There's strong-arm tactics. They're keeping it from us. They're not stepping up to the plate. They're not finding a way to get us to the electrical company where we can opt out. They're not providing a service where we can opt out on our bill. Another thing, where's the vote on these? Why didn't we get to vote on this as a community? Why not bring it to the forefront before you implement such a thing and let us discuss it as a community? We're smart. Don't insult our intelligence, please, because, we know you're smart, council and mayor and all leaders. That's why I feel something's going wrong. Is there monetary gain? Or are you hijacked by a certain company? Or there's something wrong because our council wouldn't do that. Thank you, Mr. Broussard. Our council there's something wrong because they're good people. They are, and just something doesn't make sense here because it's unthinkable. I mean, the tears that I have cried over this Acadiana, because these are our babies. These are our babies. So please take down these notes and just, I'm gonna go on. Okay, I want all of us in Acadiana to stand. Sorry for my looking over my notes. We need to stand. Okay, I'm gonna give out my email number and my address, and I want you to email me. Grab your pen, Steffi, S-T-E-P-H-I-E, Skinner, S-K-I-N-N-E-R, at hotmail.com. You contact me. You contact me if you need anything.
Do it again.
Sure. It is Steffi, S-T-E-P-H-I-E, Skinner, S-K-I-N-N-E-R, at hotmail.com. If any of you need a ride, call me. Call me. I'll do the best I can, and I'm gonna come up with the system. Last night I went to the council meeting on this Tuesday, and I asked about the smart meters. And I asked our great council, and I asked our great mayor, I said, well, are there inserts to these? Or are there inserts talking about the side effects of these dangerous things? And they all looked at me, and they didn't give me an answer. And they just kind of shrugged their shoulders. And I looked at them all in the eyes, and very, very calm. And then I asked them, well, these things are going to be in schools, Acadiana. Well, this baffles the mind because we have the Louisiana Lotto under the guise, well, we're going to help the kids' education. We're going to help them learn. Well, these things cause neurological damage, these physicians say. These top scientists say. To get them out of your home yesterday, folks. So, and I asked them that very calmly. I said, well, if these things are in our schools and in our businesses and they're operating 24/7, well, then education, how are kids going to learn when they're being assaulted with these beams, even though the electrical company is going to say, just a little, still just a little is messing with our kids' learning ability. But then yet, Lotto, which is a tax on the poor, is sold under the guise of worrying about the children's education. Well, right there, it's just it doesn't add up. We have to do this for our children. We have to. Let's come together in media, all media, Channel 10, Channel 3, KTC, KLF. What are they all? I forget. I mean, shame on me. But Channel 3, Channel 7, KPEL, All Talk Radio, Moographon, anybody. If you've covered the issue, great, and I'm very, very grateful. But now it's time to really get aggressive here because these are our children. And we know that you have the power of the microphone. You have it. You hold our children in your hands. So we need to bring this to the forefront. We need to bring this to the forefront. And I'm calling on all of you, and I know that you'll step up to this. I know that you'll start bringing doctors in. I know that you'll start seriously discussing this issue because you have power to save lives. I mean, you have power to possibly prevent disease. You have power to possibly prevent death. You have power to possibly, it's our children. It's our children. We just don't want to be radiated. To think that we're talking about, the tears, because I know everybody involved here are good people. media, electrical companies, gas companies, everyone's good people. I mean, we're good people. We're Christians. But it's time we use our voice. It's time we act and not talk the Christian talk, but walk the Christian walk and protect our children, protect humanity. Yeah, your businesses are not exempt from this. No, businesses get the smart meter. We all get the smart meter lovingly, very unlovingly, because it's not love to shoot radiation in somebody's home and then not give them an insert and then not tell them the potential side effects. I mean, can't you be sued if you don't have a warning on something these days, huh? Yeah, I think so. But another thing with these, I heard, Katie, and I'll look it up, I heard that also if one of these things catches your house on fire, and they've been known to catch people's houses on fire, all you have to do is go to Google Bar and type in smart meter house fires. Well, I don't think the insurance companies will pay a claim if it's because of the smart meter. So that's a terrible thing. I mean, what are you going to do? So you can't even sue if your house goes up in flames. I think I'm correct in that assumption. I don't pretend to know it all, but I know enough. I take these scientists' words. Absolutely. I've done research and looked at scientists after scientists, and it leaves me scratching my head. Well, where are Lafayette's doctors out here talking about this? There's none. I want to see them. It's your responsibility, mayors and councilmen, to we want the doctors. It's time. Media, we want the doctors. We want people out there saying these things are safe. We demand it. We pay the bill. That's another thing. We're paying to be radiated. You were actually sitting there writing a check to Lafayette Utility Company. You're writing a check, and you're paying them. You're paying them for the radioactive magnetic beams in your house, in your body, through your walls. And I'm not even going to get into the spy side of these things. They're going to be tied to your washing machine. They're going to be tied to all your new appliances. Your dishwashing machine, they're going to know how many times you wash your dishes, how much water you use, and they're spy. They're spy. But that all aside, we are talking about our cell structure. We are talking about our body. We are talking about our children. That's first and foremost. The spy aspect. At this point, I mean, when our kids are being assaulted with these rays, these frequencies, no. I mean, no.
They're not dying to spy on us. They're killing us to spy on us. People, it's time to wake up. Stephanie, earlier in the program you said knowledge is power. I'd like to add on to that and say that there's power in numbers. So we need to become more informed and get others more informed.
Please.
So as you become more informed about these topics,
yes,
please help others.
yes.
And if you don't want to do it for yourself, like you heard Stephanie mention many times,
yeah.
The children.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
The children. Think about them.
We're gonna do it because Katie Ann is smart, and this is enough. This is enough of the assault. Now, also, media, step up. We'll be so excited. I mean, thanks for all you do if you've covered this. I appreciate it. But step up even more. We're gonna respect you. We're gonna patronize you. Your numbers are gonna rise. We're gonna, yes, because people value. I mean. Don't do us a disservice. Let's go on this. We've got to go on this. We have to go. Look at little baby hands. Look at little baby hands.
Think about them. They cannot do anything about this, but we the adults can.
Yes.
It is our responsibility.
Yes, sir.
It is our duty.
Yes, sir.
And if we continue to allow these people to destroy us, they will.
Yes.
That's their desire. For some reason, they have a love to hurt people.
Well, I don't know. I think they're strong-armed. There's something fishy here because everybody has good in them. There's something fishy here, but it's time they talk. Well, we demand answers. And God bless you, Acadiana.
We are out of time. That means it's time for me to say, may all your sunsets set right, and may the good Lord bless you both, day and night.
Yes. Pray, Acadiana, call me.